Hey girl, hey, and welcome back to Kristee's Declassified College Survival Guide. Jazz hands. So this is going to be the second installment in my college advice series. I am going to be telling you how to make friends, which in college, it's a very different dynamic than high school, and it's a bunch of people who don't know each other from different places around the world coming together and scrambling to find the people they want to spend time with in the beginning. So I'm going to kind of guide you through it and help you out with some tips on making friends and finding the right people. Now, the usual disclaimer, obviously every school is different, every person's different. This is just my advice that I've cultivated from my personal experience. The first thing and a good place to start is to meet as many people as you can that live on your hall. I was really lucky and I had some really cool people on my hall, and they're some of my best friends, people that lived in my hall. Obviously not every hall is going to be like that, but you could find that if you like try and make an effort to get to know people that live near you, and you know, just actually go and introduce yourself and just make sure that they know who you are. It's awkward if you don't know someone in your hall. I'll tell you the story. There was this one girl who lived at the very end of the hall, and she had to walk back and forth in front of me in my roommate's room to get to her room, obviously. And me and my roommate constantly had awkward encounters with her, and neither of us knew her, and I wish like I had gotten to know her earlier, because like this was near the end of the year, where she would always see us do really weird things like out of context. Like there was one morning where my roommate was at the gym, and it was kind of early, it was like 9 probably, and I woke up to go to class, and my dorm, the door went directly to the outside, so I opened the door to check the weather to see like what I should wear, and I stepped outside and I was like singing to myself. It was literally so early in the morning, there's no one out there, I was like humming or whatever, and so I step outside and I'm just like looking, because I'm trying to feel the weather, so my hand's like floating in the air, and I'm just like no, like doing my thing, and I look and the girl is walking straight towards me, and I was like, hey, because I didn't know what to say, and I was just like, it was such an awkward conversation. I've never talked to her before, and she was like, hi. I was like, I just rolled out of bed and I was just like, hey. I ran back into my room, but I hoped I'd never see her again, but of course we both had more awkward encounters with her. Anyway, so this could have been avoided if I had known her better, and see, obviously I have some regrets about this too. I didn't make as many friends as I wish I would have, but in the beginning of the year especially, just make an effort to go and meet people in your hall, and go to like those cheesy hall events that your RA puts on, and just get to know people. Never know like when you're going to, you know, just need someone that lives close by to like talk to or something, and it's just a good thing to have a sense of community in your hall, and just be friends with them. Don't be too bummed if this doesn't happen though. Obviously it's just the luck of the draw how like the people in your hall are gonna be. I know one of my best friends, she lived on the other side of the hall, so she wasn't in our hall technically with her RA, but she was on our floor, and she was basically an honorary member of our hall. Like our RA included her and stuff, and she was always hanging out on our side, and she didn't know anyone on her side. So that might be the case too. My sorority was like that too. She was like best friends with a different hall and she didn't know anyone in hers. So you could like be adopted into another hall, but honestly, don't be too worried if this isn't like your place or whatever, but at the same time it could be, so just give it a chance. In the beginning, I think it's a really good opportunity to go to those cheesy like school sponsored, you know, like university program association events that they put on, like, oh, come for free popcorn in the union or something like that, because those are the places that you might run into someone that would end up being your best friend, and you never know when you're going to be able to meet new people. So I mean, you do know because there's people everywhere, but I'm saying if you go to those events, you're gonna find other people that are trying to make friends too. So it's a really good opportunity to go, have free food, just hang out, have a good time. Okay, one thing that's really challenging that is also very important is to try your best to remember people's names. This is so hard because you're constantly in a flurry of meeting new people. Just like try your best to remember people's names. Just like stare them down when they're not looking. Okay, this is creepy, but just like, I don't know, whatever you have to do for yourself, create little name games. Maybe it's you met a Sally from San Francisco and they both start with S, so that helps you remember, something stupid like that. It's just really important because people's names, if you remember someone's name, they're gonna feel like they were important to you, and then they're gonna want to be your friend because they're gonna think that you care. I mean, not that you don't care, but you know what I mean. You know, when you meet someone and then you meet them again and they don't remember your name, that kind of makes you feel bad, even though you're like, okay, I understand, but like, even though you understand, it still kind of hurts. And you just don't want to do that to people if you can avoid it. So just try your best to remember people's names. When they know that you remember you, then they'll be like, oh wow, like this person actually wants to be friends. It's a little small gesture, but it can go a long way. So definitely just try your best to remember people's names. And I think a good thing to do is when you're meeting new people is to ask them different questions that are maybe about themselves that they haven't been asked, because once you get to college, you're gonna know that every single person is going to ask people they meet, what's your name, what's your major, and where are you from? You are going to hear those questions and answer those questions so much, you are going to want to slap the next person that asks you. So if you meet someone, be different and ask them something else, because they're probably sick and tired of saying their major and where they're from and all that. So if you ask them something else differently, then they'll remember you as the person that didn't ask them your major and your hometown, because it's different and it sets you apart. So I'm not saying do it to be remembered, but do it because it breaks the monotony of conversation, and chances are if that person becomes your friend, you will eventually learn their major and their hometown. And one way to make friends in college that is probably pretty obvious, so I put it towards the end, is to get involved on campus, whether you join a club of something you're interested in, like if you get a job on campus or off campus, and there's always an opportunity to make friends with coworkers and other students who are working there. Maybe if you sign up for a volunteer opportunity where a group is going to help out, you know, at a shelter or something like that. My school has this website called OrgSync or something, I think it's called, where you can go on and just look through all the organizations and sign up online and find out the information about them. So it's so easy, and you find things instantly that you think you might be interested in, and then you go and you meet people with similar interests and you bond over that. So it's a really good place to make friends. If you don't have that online, there's always some sort of like student involvement there towards the beginning of the year that you can check out. And try different things. You know, go to a club that you probably wouldn't have joined a year ago, but give it a chance. But another part of getting involved is joining Greek life. I'm not gonna preach about it too much because I'm gonna do a whole video about it, like I said, but it's just a really great opportunity to make friends. You'll make some of your lifelong friends here, and even if you just decide like, okay, I'm probably not gonna be a sorority, which you shouldn't, you should be open-minded, but you at least just go through recruitment, because you might find out that you really bond with the sorority and you want to join after all. Even if you just go through recruitment and don't accept a bid, or maybe just drop in the middle of it, at least you had an opportunity to meet people in your Rho Gamma group or meet people in the sorority that you talk to. A very important but probably the most difficult part of making friends in college is to reach out to people and get out of your comfort zone, because to people that you wouldn't have normally, or you know, try something new. But if you're in your comfort zone, you're not going to grow and change. So, and part of this is even just complimenting someone random, you might become best friends with them. Or, you know, going to the club by yourself, that's okay. Or going to the cafeteria by yourself and maybe just like asking someone if you can sit with them. I never did that. That might be kind of weird. But like in the beginning, like everyone's like, yeah, like friendly, like you might be your best friend. So never give up on opportunity to meet new people, because you never know how important they could be in your life. So get out of your comfort zone, you know, don't be afraid to go to things alone, because you might come out of it with some of your best friends. I keep saying you might find your best friend, but like, you never know. So, and college is the place where no one knows who you are. No one knows if you were the shy girl in high school or guy. No one knows if you're scared to death. But if you fake it until you make it, you will be convincing. So I just think, you know, even if you don't feel confident, act confident, be outgoing, reach out to people, introduce yourself, even just a simple hello, and always smile, and just be the person that you want to meet. Because if you're outgoing and bubbly and happy, people are going to be like attracted to you. Not like physically, but you know what I mean. Just don't be afraid to reach out, because everyone's in the same position. Everyone's scared to death, even if they don't show it. Everyone wants to make friends. And just don't be afraid. Let yourself go. Let it go. Let it go. One thing that's very good with the 21st century social media, and I know that you have an opportunity to make friends even before you get to school now, because chances are your school will have a Facebook group for accepted students in your class. And if you go on there and you like talk a lot, or you reach out to people, I met people on there, like not even trying. I had like one of the first people I met when I actually went to school messaged me on Facebook from the group and was like, hey, like, I see you're from da 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 da, my grandparents live there, I'm visiting, do you want to meet up? Unfortunately, I was at camp, so I couldn't meet her, but I ended up being friends with her later anyway. There were people that I recognized at school because I had seen them comment so much in that Facebook group, which is so weird. And like people, I know people would be like, hey, you're so-and-so from Facebook, right? And I mean, I wasn't like super active in the Facebook group just because I was at camp a lot of the summer when people were talking. But you know, use Facebook to your advantage, you know, read the comments, get involved in the conversation. Don't be afraid to, you know, speak up in your Facebook group and maybe ask a question or something like that. Or, you know, if you are like, hey, I'm thinking about what I want to do to decorate my room, anyone got any cool ideas? People love that stuff and people will start a conversation with you. So, okay, so that is my advice for making friends in college and all that jazz. Jazz hands again. Alright, this video was kind of long. I'm gonna try and edit it, but I hope you guys really benefited from this and got some good advice out of it. Let me know what else you want to see out of my videos. Yeah, just comment down below if you have any other advice to add to this, and you can go through the comments and read other people's advice too, because everyone has a different perspective, so it's a great opportunity. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!